yeah. Listen, I think AJ good, in a good condition, but here, body, we work.
AJ, I prepare.
Exactly.
I say, I will boxing with AJ. I will boxing with Tyson Fury.
Absolutely. So who wins? Joshua or Fury?
No, Anthony Joshua.
He's the best in the world, isn't it? So let's go and see what he's doing, what barriers he's breaking down, what boundaries he's pushing, and if I can emulate that in training, I think the results will follow in the ring.
Oleksandr Usyk has shared a recent update on Anthony Joshua's training inside his camp, revealing why he believes Joshua could deliver a much stronger performance in his upcoming fights. Palisses.
Look, you mentioned Anthony Joshua there. He's back in action next week. How has he been looking in training, and what do you think we can expect to see from him on the weekend?
I think good, because I speak with team, I speak with coach, not every day, because I don't like speak on phone. For me, phone is it's a problem, you know, because I like live without phone.
Yeah.
Not call, not message, only my wife. Hello, how are you? Where is you? My child, you know, like my friends. It's message for me, it's done. Yeah, but I speak with the team. I know what happened. Yeah. Listen, I think AJ good.
Meanwhile, his next opponent, Christian Pringa, is training harder than ever, with his team growing increasingly confident that all the hard work will pay off when fight night arrives.
We're at the halfway point. There's another 30 days to go. We brought in some great sparring partners, Price Taylor, some guys from Philly, Miami. You're going up against the best. You have tons of respect for AJ, but on fight night, take these and pull it out.
I work 2-3 times a day. Boxing skills, condition, running. I feel excited. I wait alone for this.
A fully motivated Pringa also recalled working with Lennox Lewis, revealing that the heavyweight legend shared valuable advice he now plans to use when he steps into the ring with Joshua.
Oh my God. He said to me, do you want to come in Canada? I say, I can come in Canada, but I need a visa because Albanian passport, I can't go. He take my visa for 2 weeks and he take me in Canada and I fight for after a month. And I work with him, he teach me a lot. He say me, you need to go, when you go fighting, you need to be like a fisherman. When you go to fishing, you can't just throw the hook and up, throw it and up. You need to wait, you throw it, wait, and the fish is coming up. And boxing too, you need to stay relaxed. When you see the moment.
As for Joshua, he is also sharpening his skills under Usyk's team, describing the training methods inside camp as more advanced than anything he has experienced before.
How are you? How's training going?
Sweet. Everything's good. Coming to the Lions and seeing what my life's about, man. For the last 10 years, this is what I've been doing.
And something actually that we saw that I wasn't expecting to see was the memory stuff as well. That was quite insightful.
Oh, during the workout?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite unique in their approach. It's not basic. It's all this high-tech stuff. Some people don't believe in it, but I actually think that it's good because boxing, due to the trauma to the brain, you want to kind of keep your mind active, keep it switched on. After you've taken like a few punches and sparring, it's good to kind of reactivate those neurons that have been switched off due to impact. I think that's what he's doing. Sounds about right. So whatever he tells me to do, head down and get on with the work.
Speaking of Pringa, Joshua made it clear that he does not see him as the biggest challenge of his career, but he is not taking him lightly. He called Pringa a capable opponent and remains fully confident he will find a way to secure the victory.
Do you see this as a tune-up fight, or do you treat this like the biggest challenge of your career?
I don't see it as the biggest challenge of my career, but I don't see it as a tune-up fight either. It's a fight. You gotta believe in yourself, man. I'm working hard. I've got to say what I feel. I want to win. I wanna do what I'm supposed to do. So it's nothing personal against Pringa. It could be anyone. It's not a warm-up fight. It's someone I really want to beat. I want to do it in good fashion as well. I want to go in there and showcase my skills. That's what this camp's about, is improving my skills. I want to go in there and show how good I am.
Do you have a prediction for the fight for me?
Nah, only God knows. Only God. I'm just working towards a victory. But predicting how that victory comes, I don't have a clue. He used to be a kickboxer, actually.
On the other hand, Pringa's manager is telling a very different story. Unlike Joshua, who has avoided making any prediction about when the fight will end, Keith Sullivan believes it will be over within 10 rounds. Sullivan says the game plan is to land the punches that have troubled Joshua in previous fights, expose those weaknesses, make him uncomfortable from the opening bell, and ultimately hand him a defeat.
Christian Pringa understands the odds against him. He understands the doubt that's been placed on him. But he has absolutely no fear, tremendous confidence that he can win this fight. Christian is a very heavy-handed puncher. I brought in some of the top sparring partners that we've been able to get our hands on. They have called me up and been amazed at how heavy-handed and what a hard puncher he is and how much of a beating they've been taking in sparring. So we don't need 12 rounds. We don't need 1,000 punches. We just need 1 or 2 good punches on AJ's jaw to get him uncomfortable. And we've seen it time and time again. When he gets hit in the right spot, he gets out of his comfort zone and loses control. And once we get him to that place, KP can step in and take over the fight.
Heading into the fight, Team Pringa has continued to highlight his punching power as their biggest advantage. Simon Jordan quickly pushed back, arguing that Joshua has spent his entire career facing dangerous heavy hitters. He pointed to the Vladimir Klitschko fight, where Joshua responded even stronger after being hurt. Keith Sullivan, however, believes the real question is of Joshua based his recent performances.
Well, the levels will be shown in the ring, and all the talk before it will make no difference. Lots of heavyweights are heavy-handed.
Yeah.
And actually Joshua's been in with lots of heavy-handed heavyweights, and you can talk about how he reacts. We've seen him get hit. We saw him get hit by Klitschko, and we saw what he did to Klitschko. We've seen him get hit by Dillian White, who's heavy-handed, and we saw what... Now, these are years ago, I grant you.
Sure.
But this, with due respect to Keith, this guy is not at the level that Anthony Joshua was at. If Anthony Joshua maintains some degree of level, then I expect this fight to go Anthony Joshua's way.
Simon, let's put that to
Simon,
Keith.
Simon, to your point, let's look at the caliber of fighters that Anthony Joshua has faced in modern times, in the recent times. A YouTuber who had to put on 40 pounds to fight him. He got sparked out by Daniel Dubois, knocked down 4 times.
Usyk has repeatedly said his dream is to see Joshua become the undisputed heavyweight champion by 2027, and Joshua has echoed that same ambition. Now, all eyes are on his clash with Pringa, a fight that could shape the direction of his comeback. Spencer Oliver, after spending time with Joshua, believes he is training for longevity rather than just one fight, insisting his confidence is at its highest level.
It was a tragic time that he's been through. He seems to have overcome that. He's channeled his energy into fighting again. It's not talking about just one fight and then the Tyson Fury fight, which is a 2-fight deal that they've actually signed there, but he's talking about longevity still in the sport. He's talking about boxing up until he's 40. He turns 37 in October. So I think we're going to see a lot more of Anthony Joshua. That's where he's channeled all of his energy. So yeah, he's in a very good space. He was in a good mood, Jim.
Looking ahead, Joshua's ultimate goal is to become the undisputed heavyweight champion once again, with possible future opponents including Daniel Dubois, Ajit Kabayel, Moses Atoma, and Fabio Wardley. Spencer Oliver believes that dream is still within reach. Simon Jordan, however, strongly disagreed, arguing that he cannot see Joshua beating fighters like Moses Atoma or Dubois based on what he has shown in recent years.
He actually sits in the division. Is he good enough to win a world title again? I think on his given day, yes, he is good enough to win a world title again. And I think that is his ultimate goal. You're not
having
that,
Simon.
Yeah,
you
don't
think
he could?
No, I don't think so. I know, and when people think I've got this agenda against Anthony, I don't have an agenda. I think he's a superstar in his own right. But I think looking at listen, to say he could win a world title, it'll be about the opponent he faces. If he faces Daniel Dubois or Moses Atoma in 18 months' time, I don't see him winning those fights. If he fights someone else, then a different opportunity. So to rule him out unequivocally is unfair because it depends upon the opponent.
Yeah.
As for Joshua's next fight with Pringa, all eyes are on how the former heavyweight champion handles another dangerous knockout puncher. Expectations continue to rise as more experts begin making their round predictions. David Allen and Tony Bellew have also shared their picks, with both believing the contest will not go the full distance and predicting an early finish if Joshua performs the way they expect.
I was matching myself at the time. I said to Ed, can I box Pringa? He said, probably not. So I would think it's probably a safe match for Joshua. But I think this is what he needs. Like I say, training camp is what he needs more than the fight. He's got a lot of experience. I don't think he needs necessarily more fights. But I think Joshua wins inside 2.
Okay, I agree. I think this fight's going to be over pretty quickly and pretty brutally. Pringa, while he can punch, I don't think he has very much going forward. He's going to be going backwards, and I just think AJ lands pretty quickly and it ends even quicker.
Speaking on Joshua's comeback fight, Carl Froch believes the biggest question is not whether he wins, but how much he still has left. In his view, only the performance inside the ring can provide that answer. Froch also pointed to the criticism Joshua received for not finishing the Jake Paul sparring session early, saying similar expectations now surround the Pringa fight, with many fans demanding a quick and convincing finish.
Brings me on to the point for this comeback. You said if Pringa is the person to take him 5-6 rounds, but I think there was a lot of scrutiny until you see it in the ring, but everyone was going, no, AJ needs to get Jake out in 2,
it would have looked bad
rounds.
if it had gone the distance for AJ.
So my thing is, right, if then Pringa goes 6 rounds with AJ, not that he will care about the criticism, but you think on a face value that that's an opponent that you go in and you deal with relatively easy in a couple of rounds, right?
He's a little bit of an unknown quantity, Pringa, even though he's, like I say, if you look at his career, he's not fought anybody. He's got 20 knockouts in 20 wins, so he looks like he's a puncher, but who's he punching? You know what I mean?
I think everyone's missing the point purely about this.
But AJ can go in there and get a few rounds, go through the motions, see how he feels in training camps.
For now, everyone understands one thing. Pringa is not an opponent like Jake Paul, who was often criticized for avoiding exchanges. Tony Bellew believes Team Joshua knows this fight is only a step toward bigger goal. He also agrees with Carl Froch that the real focus is seeing how Joshua looks after the car accident, ensuring he is back in top shape before chasing major fights, including a possible showdown with Tyson Fury.
This fight with this Pringa guy, it's irrelevant. It's not even a question. It's what goes on in that camp that's the Usyk's team will see, and that's where all the answers will be done there.
Does he still want to be a pro boxer, AJ? Does he still want to fight in big fights? He will find out in the camp. And the fight's won or lost in the camp. So he'll go through the camp. It'll be good. And if he can take his time for 3, 4, 5 rounds, like he did with Jake Paul,
might have to carry him.
Just take his time, carry him a little bit, and then get the job done.
I don't think he was carrying Jake Paul, to be fair. I think he was trying to take him up. But
22-foot ring as well.
As we know, it's so hard. No matter how much your experience is, if you want to run in a boxing ring, you can run. It doesn't matter how, as long as you've got the basics down to a T, you can run.
When it comes to predicting a Joshua showdown with Fury, Froch remains highly critical. He has repeatedly stated that Joshua is past his prime and questioned why he continues fighting when it may be time to walk away. According to Froch, if Joshua chooses to test himself against Fury, he could be heading toward a brutal ending, with his prediction leaving many fans shocked.
I think it's an easy pick. I think Tyson Fury wins on points quite comfortably. I can see how AJ wins. Sure, Tony Bellew will make a case for AJ, but I think AJ gets beat on points. Tyson Fury and gets outboxed. I think Fury keeps him out of the way, manoeuvres him. He's past his best Fury. He's slowed down, but so is AJ. He's not throwing as many feints per round now. His hands, he's not throwing combination punches like he used to. Single shots. He gets hit a lot, which gives AJ a chance to chin him. But I don't think that he'll be in the right headspace. I don't really think he wants to box anymore. I don't know why he's doing it. You know what I mean? He's made the money, he's had the titles, and he's had a couple of bad losses.
A fighter who has experienced Joshua's power firsthand, Francis Ngannou, has also shared his prediction, but he is leaning toward Fury. Explaining his view, Ngannou believes both fighters at this stage of their careers can still deliver a great fight. However, his favoritism comes from Fury's overall skills, especially his ability to outbox Joshua. He also warned that if Joshua brings the same punching power he showed against him, Fury could face a dangerous night.
And what do you think? Which of them do you think will win?
Well, again, at this level, I think it's very close. Everybody can win. And then it depends on how the fight goes. I think if it's going to be like go to decision, I give the decision. I will pick Fury if this fight go to decision, and then if it's like a knockout, I think Joshua has a chance early in the round, but as far as the fight goes, it's gonna be way off on the.
Before he takes on Fury, Joshua first has Pringa in front of him, a fighter many believe brings a different level of challenge. As for Prenga's resume, Malik Scott admits he stands nowhere near Joshua's level, but points to Joey Dawejko as proof of his ability. Pringa defeated Dawejko via 5th-round technical knockout in 2024, and since Dawejko was part of Scott's team, Malik believes the danger remains. However, looking at Joshua's path after this fight, a loss seems difficult to imagine.
To get your money's worth. Now, to get to the new opponent that he has, Pringa, I would say the best name on his resume, as far as I can say, and I gotta, shout out my Philly guy, Joey Dawejko, who's a tough guy, can be slick at times, and he was able to beat Joey Dawejko. Now, do he have anything extremely sexy on his resume like AJ did? No, you can't compare that at all. But like Max said, what you can do is compare. We have a big man that knows how to throw a right hand, and guess what, Max? He have nothing to lose. And if this moment don't get to him, because he's never been on a stage like this. We could talk about techniques and what's his advantages, but the real thing is how is he going to react to this stage? AJ has been here so many times, and in this case, AJ has a bigger fish to fry, meaning Fury.
When it comes to Joshua, many believe the biggest question is how much he has left at this stage of his career. During a discussion, Shady argued with others about Joshua's resume, insisting that his recent performances must be considered. According to him, when looking at Joshua's future, the era of young talents like Moses Itaoma has already begun, and fighters like him have the potential to become undisputed, while Joshua's era may now be behind him.
And etc. And we can talk about it. Even Moses Itaoma, he's young, he's emerging. I can tell you why he's going to be this type of. When we get to AJ, it's like I'm always searching for reasons why he is so good and talked about. And I feel like if he was an American fighter here, right, he will not be as talked about like he is now. Because
he'd be more talked about if he was an American heavyweight.
I don't think
in
so.
America, he'd be
I think them other guys' resume speaks for itself, the way they fight. You look at AJ, you're gonna go back to some old ass Klitschko fight. I don't want to talk about that.
And or you'll go back to an old Dylan White fight, or you'll go back to an old Alexander Povetkin fight.
I actually said that's Dylan White.
Joseph Parker. Old stuff you'll go back to.
Yeah, Joseph Parker fight.
Joseph Parker fight.
Cool. Yeah. But when we go,
you like Joseph Parker.
Stepping into the conversation, Max Kellerman challenged this assessment, calling it inaccurate. According to him, the famous heavyweight clash with Andy Ruiz is often misunderstood, as Joshua was close to stopping him before the upset. Kellerman also highlighted Joshua's toughness against elite opponents, including Usyk, where he believes Joshua still gave him a difficult fight.
If you look at his losses, let's take the first one, Andy Ruiz. He was on his way to knocking Ruiz out.
Yes.
That was an by the way, Ruiz Joshua is an all-time heavyweight classic.
Oh, yeah,
when you think
Joshua
of the swings
was looking good in that fight.
And Ruiz, so that's his first loss is against the guy he was on his way to knocking out he'd had on the floor, right? His most recent loss is to a guy who he hurt right before he got knocked out. Like you could say,
what does that mean? Though? What does that mean?
What it means is he's competitive.
He's
competitive. And by the way, when he lost twice to Usyk, he was highly competitive.
I do want to say this. I think Shady's getting at something though. Forget about Joshua for a second. I think there are only 3 fighters on the planet that any of us would give a real shot to beat Fury. Obviously, there's Usyk.
As far as Andy Ruiz is concerned, he has also shared his prediction. Ruiz questioned whether Joshua has faced enough opponents of Fury's caliber throughout his career. Based on what he witnessed inside the ring against Joshua, Ruiz believes there are weaknesses in his game. He expects Fury to capitalize on those mistakes and exploit every opening. He also hinted that he could be involved in talks to face the winner of the fight.
I think that's going to be an interesting fight. I fought Anthony Joshua. I haven't fought Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has a weird style. He's tall. He fights tall, Yeah. But I don't know. I kind of see Tyson Fury winning that fight. I wasn't too impressed with Anthony Joshua's last performance, but he got the job done, and I'll move on to the next.
How do you see it?
I think maybe Tyson Fury might get it. You never know. Depends how awkward he is, if he boxes. Anthony hasn't fought anybody that boxes around and moves around. So we'll see about that.
Are you going to be there ringside? Because I know you're in there for a conversation as well to fight either.
Of course,
Once they see me on April.
With Usyk's mission to help Joshua become undisputed, and many expecting a strong future based on how he is being prepared, fans are excited to see this new version inside the ring. However, Fury is not buying the hype. He claims training under Usyk will not make Joshua better, while also insisting he actually defeated Usyk and believes he can repeat that success against Joshua.
What do you make of him trading with your, another of your rivals, Usyk? What do you think of that?
It won't help him. It won't help him at all. I punched the head off Usyk and I punched the head off AJ as well. It's bit and sweet that he's training. I hope he's in the corner as well.
I mean, because I was literally going to say, look, we love Rocky movies. Imagine that. You've got AJ, Usyk in his corner, beat one, call out the other. That's the stuff of drama.
I'll bring Lennox into my corner. Do it.
Well, obviously, you've been training yourself for this fight. Have you thought about bringing who's going to be in the corner on the night? Have you thought about bringing in someone?
On the other hand, his upcoming rival Pringa is determined to show exactly why he deserves this opportunity. He plans to stop the highly anticipated Fury versus Joshua showdown from happening and claims he has spotted weaknesses that he will expose on fight night. Pringa believes his preparation, power, and strategy can create a major upset against Joshua.
Like he makes a lot more mistakes that you can take advantage of.
He's a great fighter, but I think he have a lot of flaws.
His team have chosen you. They picked you.
Yeah.
They have a fight with Tyson Fury lined up in October or November. So they picked you because they expect you to lose. You've come here almost to upset the apple cart, they say here, to cause the big upset. Do you find it offensive they've picked you to lose?
I don't think it's offended me, but I'm happy because they underestimated me. I think it's not a good idea.
As far as Joshua is concerned, he is enjoying his time working with Usyk's camp and believes this partnership can help him achieve victory. He explains that training alongside Usyk has improved his conditioning and preparation. Joshua also revealed that the team is using special exercises rather than ordinary routine, giving him confidence that he is bringing a new version of himself to the ring and ready to surprise everyone.
For 10 rounds, the fight is gonna stop the fight.
You expect to stop him?
Yeah.
You know, if you stop him, it will be one of the biggest upsets in boxing.
We're gonna see in July 25th.
Why are we only seeing you now, Christian? I look at your record and only one defeat, knockout, 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 knockout. Why has it taken so long to see Christian Pringa?
I just signed a manager.
Now we'll see you.
Yeah, now you see me.
Is this the dream fight for you, or is there someone else that you dream of fighting?
It's a good fight for me. It's the biggest fight I see, but I think I have the dream. I need the belt to send home.
I like it, a belt to take back to Albania.
Yep.
Joshua's journey back to the top now faces another major test, with Pringa looking to shock the world and change the entire heavyweight picture. Will Joshua prove he still belongs among the elite, or will Pringa deliver the upset nobody saw coming? Share your prediction in the comments and subscribe for more boxing stories, updates, and breaking news.